After a longer walk than expected because of the diversion caused by the landslide, I felt a bit tired as I set off on the 15 miles drive to Whitby. It was an easy drive on roads that were well familiar to me. Over the years, I've spent more time walking in this area than any other. I arrived in Whitby and immediately noticed that there were goths on the street, unaware that it was the first of 2 annual goth weekend events. Whitby has Dracula connections, and it was said to be the birthplace of Bram Stoker, and it attracts thousands of goths and steampunks from all over the country. Having already made the decision to take a rest day tomorrow, I was concerned that finding a suitable campsite with vacancies might be a problem. I knew of a campsite less than a mile from the centre and was fortunate in booking the very last place for 2 nights. I enjoyed a solid 10 hours sleep and didn't move a muscle, but when I opened the van's side door, was amazed to find that I was only one of a few left on the site. The clouds had obviously prompted many to make a run for it and go home. But suddenly the cloud lifted in the afternoon, so I made my way into the town centre. Trish and I spent many weekends in Whitby soon after we met in 2004. We liked the ambience. It was different.
I've been coming since '94 when it was only sort of general, you know, sort of quite basic, you know, with the Dracula Museum, and it just got bigger, I'd say, from 6-7 years ago, something like that. It's got bigger and bigger and more commercialised, and then the steampunks came along, rust punk, diesel punk, you know, all various kinds, you know. There's many sort of guises.
Are you a good-looking guy underneath all? No. Yeah, this weekend, because it's Goth Week in Whitby, so it just coincides with you being here, which I'm pleased about. And are you enjoying yourself, girls? Is it as good as it normally is this year?
It's brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Really friendly.
Yeah.
Friendly people, lots of people dressing up.
Yeah.
And how many people would there be who come and get dressed up then? Hundreds?
Hundreds, yeah.
Hundreds. Easily.
Yeah?
It's
They come from like all over the country.
all over the country, yeah. Men, women, children. I've seen a few children this year, which is nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Ali and David, who are goths, I
Hi.
think that's the right word, and
Or Victorians.
Victorians.
Yeah.
Are there like different themes to have within all this kind of thing?
Yeah. One's Victorian, one's goth, and then
Yeah.
you've got all the other ones as well. All different themes, you know.
Right,
People do what they want.
absolutely. So how long have you been coming here on this?
Since Friday, isn't it? Really, it's
Right.
started. Yeah.
How many of these have you been to in the past? The festival?
I've done three.
Three. You're
yes.
enjoying it.
This is your first one, isn't it?
Yes.
And what do you think your first one then, Natalia?
Nice.
You look absolutely wonderful, the pair of you, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I hope you have a nice, happy weekend.
And good luck to you.
Isn't it?
Called Whitby Goth Weekend, but it's now a bit more diverse and that you get all people of all genres joining in. So
Yeah.
this was what we call steampunk,
Right.
which is sort of a take on Victorian
Wow.
sci-fi and that sort of thing.
Well, you both look absolutely fantastic. You must have spent a long time
this
putting your
morning,
face
yeah.
together. How long did it take you?
About 2 hours ago down to running out the door.
And whereabouts are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Both from Hull.
Oh, I'm from Hull originally.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but anyway, it's been very nice to meet you.
Thank you, and you.
Have a good weekend.
Jodie.
Are you enjoying your weekend here? How long does it last?
Well, it depends. If you're an old regular, it lasts from like Wednesday to Wednesday. But if you're a bit of a tourist, it only lasts like just over the weekend. So it depends really.
Right. And where have you come from?
Scotland.
Scotland. Wow. Oh well, it's very nice to meet you. And if you don't mind, I'll just do a quick rundown like that because that shows your wonderful body with. You look absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Andy, who's here this weekend? And where are you from, Andy?
Pocklington.
Sorry.
Pocklington.
Pocklington. Oh, that's interesting. And do you come to these festivals every year?
Yeah.
I mean, they get a little bit more diverse every year, don't they? Is it nothing to do with Ram Stoker and Dracula
No, not really. It's just anything goes.
then? Yeah.
Just people can dress as Batman or Robin or
whatever you
just
like.
anything.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
It's quite a good crowd. It's real friendly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you look?
15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Based around Dracula.
Yes. Are you from this area then? You sound like Teesside
I'm
town.
from Teesside, but I was actually born in Whitby.
Right.
I'm from Whitby originally, but we live in the Darlington area, just up Teesside way. Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people would come on a weekend like this then? Your kind of people? Would 200-300 people?
Oh, I'm
probably
the rest. I'm the rest.
Definitely more. Yeah, this is fairly quiet today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been coming to these festivals?
6 years.
Are you enjoying it then? Obviously, or you must do it to come over and over again.
Really enjoying it.
And where are you from?
Hull.
Oh, so am I originally. But, everybody's looking great, aren't they? It's just a pity about the weather. It's a bit cold, isn't it?
We're used to it. We're well wrapped up.
Yeah. Well, so this is Elaine that I've met, who's going to tell me a little bit about the goth procedure, please.
Yeah, okay. So everybody comes to this town in April and October. It's an absolutely fantastic weekend. Highly recommend it to everybody. Everyone comes together with all their creativity to make their costumes, their headdresses. It's just a total spectacular, wonderful, wonderful weekend.
So it's a bit like going to a festival then, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really? It's got a festive atmosphere, there's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
And what about the local people? Do they accept you and stuff like that?
100%. Because obviously we bring a lot to the economy of Whitby. Whitby is the most beautiful town.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, you've got the sea, you've got the seagulls, you've got the atmosphere of the Abbey, obviously.
Yeah.
The Dracula weekends are really, really good in October. We love it. Absolutely love it. And the people are amazing. Yeah,
That's lovely.
amazing.
Thank you very much, Elaine.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Do you find that it's been a highlight of your walk actually getting to Whitby on the Goth weekend?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely. What was your name again, by the way?
My name's Thranduil.
Thranduil.
I am the Elven King.
Ah, right. Okay, because speaking to Elaine, obviously. So, how is it going anyway, seriously?
It's going absolutely fantastic.
Right.
Really, really good. And it's great to meet lots of like-minded people, lots of friendly people, and it's great to bump into you as well. And I'm really impressed with what you're doing.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. And may I ask where are you from? You two people?
We're from the other side of the Pennines, but to be honest, we feel more at home in Yorkshire.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good place, isn't it? I mean, the proper real people, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Hull originally, so I am a Yorkshireman. Well, it's been.
He's a Manc and I'm a Scouser.
Really? Well, it's been a real pleasure to meet you.
And you
thank you very much.
as well. Thank you very much.
See you again, Joe. And I'm on my way now. And thank you very much. It's very nice meeting you. See you again.
Yeah,
all right.
best of luck.
Bye, love.
I hope you make it to Whitby today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right.
It's 11 o'clock. It's Tuesday the 1st of May and I've just left a little cafe in Ravenscar and said my goodbyes to Joe. And I'm heading north again. And I'm going to very soon, very close to the Ravenhall Hotel, which I know very well, and heading then up to Robin Hood's Bay, which is probably 3 miles. I'm looking forward to going to Robin Hood's Bay again, and it's a beautiful morning, but the clouds have gathered. They don't look too bad. There's not much wind today, and it's a great day for walking.
The Ravenhall Hotel is well known to me. It marks the end of the Lyke-Wake Walk, a 42 miles walk from Osmotherley near Thirsk, which has to be completed in less than 24 hours. For me, in the 1970s and 80s, it was almost an annual fundraising event. The hotel allowed walkers to use their bar facilities and also the outdoor swimming pool after the walk.
These are two very nice people that I've met who live locally and know an awful lot about what's going on. This is David and Jenny, and tell us just a little bit. The interesting story you told me about was when all of this sort of bush caught fire and you nearly had to evacuate. What happened there then?
Yeah,
and when was
in
that?
The 90s. It started on the Whitby Road. Someone threw a can into a litter bin there was like a little hot dog stand, and a spark from it caught fire, and it started way over on Whitby Road and it came all the way to Ravenscar. You can still see the burn marks here if you pan to there, and all that hillside was aflame, and every fire brigade from every county was here trying to stop it, because underground it's all peat. And so the fire was not only on top, it was deep underground. And they came to see us, and they said if the wind doesn't change tonight, you have to evacuate along the old railway line because all these cottages will be burnt. And all those cottages there, all the trees were popping with
the tops were blowing off
the flame and popping. And there was a couple who went to bed and they got knocked on the door by the fire brigade and a fire engine. And they said, look out your window, and they were surrounded by flames. Wow. And the fire brigade couldn't get back up the hill for the flames, so they all came down to the bottom here near the beach and waited till the flames had passed.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a quite strange experience being told you've got 3 hours to decide you're leaving your house. I was on crutches, so we couldn't carry much things out, so we had to identify. Lack of alternatives clarifies the mind. Photographs.
Wow, that's incredible. What a story. You wouldn't believe that would happen in this country.
Do you know what happened afterwards? When they finally got it down, a new fire started over at Filingdale's, and they found it was 2 young boys trying to light another fire because they liked the spectacle so much. And so it started a new fire.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The good thing about the fire was that on the hill, and you might see it, there's a little patch of green.
Yes, I can see that.
All around there, it was all taken, and the metal detectorists came in, and they found lots and lots of coins and all sorts of things.
Wow!
That people over the centuries have, dropped in the
What
fern.
a fantastic story! I bet not many people know that.
Trish and I spent many hours on this beach. It was our favourite place on the North Yorkshire coast. There is a brilliant youth hostel here. The Bay Hotel is at the eastern end of the English Coast to Coast Walk, a 192 miles walk from St Bees near Whitehaven in Cumbria. The Bay Hotel is a special place for me. Trish and I came for a weekend celebration of her 50th birthday in March 2007, only months before our wedding. We had some great walks that weekend and a few beers in other pubs in this wonderful coastal village.
Well, I'm just walking out on the Cleveland Way, out of Robin Hood Bay, and I saw this garden that belongs here to James and Jackie. This is a fantastic place. How long have you been doing this then, James?
We've had the property for 4 years now.
Yeah. So this is a terrific view that you get from your garden, isn't it? Just look at that. How many people have got this view at the bottom of their garden? That is unbelievable. You've made a wonderful job of this. Eileen and Rachel, and the mother and daughter. So Eileen, can you tell me about one or two of your experiences where you've done something like this before? You mentioned you was in India.
Oh yes, that was the most magnificent thing. It wasn't walking, it was cycling.
Yeah.
25 miles up and 25 miles down every day, 50 miles. And the highest we got was, we started from Sikkim in the west, and if you could call it a road, but it was of sorts.
Yes.
Right across Bhutan.
Yeah, a track kind of thing.
And
yeah,
then down into India, Assam, and on to Gujarati, and then back to Delhi. It was wonderful, and everybody should have to do it.
Compulsory. I like the sound of that.
Government decree that, yeah, they should. It was absolute. And somebody said, what do you want to go there for? Well, most of the countries I go to are for the culture.
Yes.
Okay, for the cycling, yes, and the walking. But the culture interests me very much, and it did.
Yeah,
fascinating, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And so do you both do a lot of walking together?
Not really.
Not really, because I don't have time. But we've been to the Lake District, haven't we?
Oh, we're the Lake District,
yeah.
yes.
We go with my kids to the Lake District. We did this last year, didn't we?
Yes,
we did it in March last year. So we're staying at Boggle Hall tonight in the youth hostel.
Oh, that's a lovely place.
And then coming back,
I've
tomorrow.
just passed there.
Yeah.
There was a load of school kids actually in from Leeds, and they left just as I was leaving, and they all came swarming across the bridge as I was walking across the bridge.
Yeah, no,
I had a right go at
I think
them.
they might be there tonight as well, actually.
Well, no, I don't think so, because there was a couple of coaches up the hill.
Really?
Oh, right.
And that they were making their way to the coaches, so it looks as if you're going to have a quiet night.
We are booked in, of course.
Two coaches, that's only about 100 kids. You don't want to be there with 100
I've
teenagers.
been there, done that, but not with 100.
I hope not, no. Anyway.
So today you're just walking Whitby to Robin Hood Bay?
Boggle Hall.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Yeah, Boggle Hall, yeah. And then walk back tomorrow.
Well, there's just another bit we can do off the track, isn't there? A different track, put it that way, from Boggle Hall. Instead of coming back.
To come back round by Filingthorpe.
Yes.
And walk back that way, yeah.
Which is like part of the old Lykewick walk, really.
Yes, that's right.
You passed the telephone mast.
Yeah.
I've done the Lykewick several times over the years as a fundraising thing for a football team.
But, I've not done that one. I've heard plenty about it.
Well, it's more of a. It's specially put together, I think. I don't think it was intended as that, but 42 miles in 18 hours, and you get a little coffin badge, and it is a good way of getting sponsorship.
Of course,
you know, if all the footballers achieved it, they'd get 10 quid off somebody else.
Indeed,
You know, it's a really good way of raising money.
That's a good thing, yeah.
So, can I ask you a really personal question? Then?
Oh no.
How old are you then? If you don't.
Dear me. Oh well, Father always used to say, my father, when we asked him, I'm as old as my tongue and a little bit younger than my teeth.
Right.
So how old's that?
Have I got it the right way around?
That is the right way, because I've got that experience.
Dad used to say that to us.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter really. I'm 78.
78.
79 this year.
Well, you're wearing really well. It's my 70th this year, which is why I'm doing this walk.
I see.
Just to get out.
Just to get out, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Yes,
and,
you too.
I'm
I'm 47.
47. Oh, I've got a daughter, 46, I think.
All right,
yeah. Born in 73, so you...
Same era.
Yeah, same era.
Same era,
Yeah. Lovely.
Lovely.
Very nice to meet you, ladies. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, and have a look at my site.
I will do, yes. I'll put it safe, yeah.
So these ladies are kind of leftovers from the weekend, if you don't mind me saying that. They're still here.
Yeah.
Still with the goth stuff and everything else. Have you had a good weekend?
Oh, brilliant, fantastic, I love it.
Good. And what's your name, sorry?
Marie.
Marie. And
Joanne from Clydebank.
yes.
And I've absolutely loved it as well.
Right, and
I'm Linda.
Yeah.
I've had a fabulous time. Looking forward to next time.
I've got to say the atmosphere was electric, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
it was fantastic.
And this is me as an outsider, but everybody was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
what
from,
we like doing as well, just watching everybody else as well.
yeah,
You know?
that's right. There's absolutely no trouble. Everybody's light-hearted
Yeah,
and polite.
exactly.
And,
No trouble.
yeah, that's the
trouble.
nice thing. Well, anyway,
Nice talking to you.
see you again.
Yeah,
And,
probably will.
yeah, and keep in touch with me on.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your wee walk.
Okay, bye-bye now. Bye. Well, this is the point where I'm leaving this walk now, and for today, and I'll be coming back here again tomorrow, depending on the weather, or perhaps the day after, to continue further up the coast to Staithes and in the general direction of Middlesbrough and Teesside. It's been a fabulous walk today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Really good conditions. Bit breezy, and I know that affected a few of my shots, but that's just one of those things. And but it's been great. I've really enjoyed it. I met some lovely people as well.